Hi there, I'm Denise, the KoalaMama, and thanks so much for stopping by. I am super excited to share with you a recent experience that Jeff and I had that checked something off of our bucket list. So, I love Disneyland. I first visited when I was 8 years old, and I have been numerous times since. I grew up in Anaheim, took my kids there pretty much every year as they were growing up, and Jeff even proposed to me there. It has a very special place in my heart, and I really do think it is the happiest place on earth. And even today, 50 some odd years later, I still get excited about the prospect of visiting Disneyland. So there is a little known, very special place in Disneyland called Club 33. I doubt that 10% of the people that visit Disneyland on a given day even know this place exists, but exist it definitely does. Club 33 is a very high-end, very exclusive restaurant located in New Orleans Square. It was built in the 1960s as a place for Disney executives and Walt Disney himself to bring people for entertainment purposes. Until the opening of Star Wars Galaxy Edge a few years ago, Club 33 was the only place in the Disneyland park where you could purchase alcohol. Shortly after its opening, it became a member-only club with a very hefty price tag. So the only way to visit is to either be a member or be the guest of a member. Back in July, Jeff and I had a last-minute invitation to join a friend at Club 33. So the entrance to Club 33 is in New Orleans Square, just around the corner from the train station. And once you enter through the magic door, there's a small reception area that exits into this fully enclosed French Quarter style outdoor area. We spent several minutes there taking pictures, admiring the beautiful decor. It included Art Deco windows, brass lamp fixtures. I especially loved these stair lamps, which I think are probably lilies, but I'm not 100% sure. So 2022 is the Emerald Anniversary of Club 33, and special artwork was designed to mark the occasion. We first saw this artwork on this lovely gazing ball, and we took the opportunity to congratulate ourselves and express our excitement at being there. Once our table was ready, we were taken upstairs to the actual restaurant. Now, the blue stairs in the courtyard area do lead up to the restaurant. There's also an elevator. I, of course, did not take the stairs, took the elevator, and I actually only realized, like my second trip to the restroom, that those blue stairs actually did lead up to the restaurant. So once you arrive upstairs, you're in a lovely reception area, and from there you're escorted to your table through this very cool French provincial style or something hallway. And you're escorted by a staff member who will give you a bit of a history of Club 33 itself, as well as the contents of the restaurant. So the hallway features floor-to-ceiling murals of the French countryside, and this harpsichord was made especially for Lily and Disney, specifically for Club 33, and it was hand-painted by Disney artists. These preserved butterflies were from Mrs. Disney's personal collection, and she selected them especially for Club 33. These sconces on the mirrored pillars are lovely by themselves, but the added anniversary ribbon decor added a special touch, even though I did end up in the shot as well. One of my favorite things in the restaurant hallway was this side table and mirror, because they're part of the Banks's family's home furnishings for both the original Mary Poppins movie and the recent sequel. While it was being used on the set of the recent sequel, it was replaced by a side table and mirror used in the live action Beauty and the Beast movie. From this statue of Peter Pan above the entry area window, to this painting of Cinderella's castle set in Paris, to these paintings of the Haunted Mansion before it became haunted, there are subtle nods to Disney movies as well as iconic rides throughout the restaurant. Not to mention the amazing sculptures, artwork, and details that greet you with every turn of your head. The Grand Salon is the main dining room, and when we arrived, we were the only group. Now, there were 12 of us at one table, plus Jeff and I and another couple at another table. But over the next hour or so, the tables did fill. I found it odd, however, that there was no table turnovers, like people didn't leave and then new people came and sat. And I realized it was a single seating meal. What I also found interesting is I learned that they only serve lunch. They do not serve dinner. So while Club 33 does have its own custom china, these plates were specially made for the Emerald Anniversary, featuring that lovely mosaic. Lemon wedges for our water were served on a plate featuring the buildings of New Orleans Square, and the bread basket was decorated with 33. The cocktail menu is embroidered with beautiful abstract flowers that reminded me of those lovely floral stair lamps outside that I loved so much. There were 4 special drinks created specifically for the Emerald Anniversary, and Jeff got the Tropical Lily Pad, and I got a cocktail with St. Germain, which is one of my favorite liqueurs. Next, we were presented with the menu, the cover of which featured an interesting take on the entry courtyard that kind of gave me 1950s vibes. So the meal is prefixed with an appetizer, a super salad, an entree, and a dessert. For the appetizer, I chose the summer melon, which was cantaloupe with prosciutto, and it actually ended up being my favorite food item of the afternoon. The cantaloupe was super sweet, and the combo of the cantaloupe with the salty prosciutto and the creamy ricotta was so delicious. Jeff got shrimp, which also was very good, but for whatever reason was not photographed. For a second course, which was super salad, Jeff got the caprese salad, and I got the peach gazpacho. Since Jeff doesn't actually like veggies, he pretty much only ate the mozzarella and the basil pesto, but he enjoyed both very much. I did eat a few of his cherry tomatoes, and they were fresh and very sweet. So I got the peach gazpacho, and I honestly wasn't a fan. I was kind of expecting more of a sweet peach flavor, but it did have a peach flavor to it, but it actually was kind of spicy. So it just really wasn't what I was anticipating. And not being a big fan of spicy food, I just really didn't enjoy it that much. So for our entrees, Jeff got schnitzel, and the beef was rather disappointing because it was bland and a bit dry. It came with potato salad, which Jeff does not like. I tried it and it was good. It wasn't fantastic, but it was good. I got the tagliatelle, and it was good, but not great. I was expecting richer sauce because of the mushrooms, but again, the whole thing was just kind of bland. Definitely disappointed with the entrees, unfortunately. So finally, we ended with dessert. Dessert did not disappoint. I had coffee cheesecake with the coffee caramel, and Jeff had raspberry chocolate cake with raspberry sorbet. Both were delicious. I also got a cup of coffee, which quite honestly was one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. And I am a big fan of coffee. And the coffee was served actually in their regular china, so it was kind of nice to see what that pattern actually looks like. So after our meal, we stepped outside on the balcony to take a few pictures. It was really fun to look down on the Disney visitors and know that from now on, every time I visit New Orleans Square and I look up at those balconies, I will know that some lucky folks are having a super expensive lunch. From the lobby area, Le Grand Salon is to the right, but to the left is Le Salon Nouveau. So this was recently remodeled to incorporate a Princess and the Frog theme. As you enter, you're flanked by a wonderful wine library. Past that are 4 very private booths, each of which reflects a different feature of New Orleans Square. So we have Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, Tom Sawyer's Island, and New Orleans Square itself. This area empties into a more open bar jazz club that not only has booths and tables, but also sofas and chairs for lounging. Finally, before you leave, you've got to purchase some merch. Club 33 has very specific merchandise that is only available in Club 33, and they also had additional merchandise that was very specific to the Emerald Anniversary. I will say I may have had difficulty editing my purchases. So my final thoughts. Overall, we did enjoy the food. It certainly wasn't the best overall that we've ever had, especially for the price point, but it was very good. The membership fee only gets you access to Club for the 33. It does not get you a free meal. It does get you free entry into the park and other perks as well. And what I actually heard is that the cost of the meal is roughly the same as a ticket into the park, which kind of sounds about right. The meal was around $125 a person. excluding drinks. And that's about the cost of a one-day pass to Disneyland. But don't get me wrong, the food was very good. I just don't think it was $125 good. So food aside, it was an amazing experience. The staff is top-notch. They're friendly, they're knowledgeable, they have just the right amount of attentiveness. The attention to detail in every aspect was incredible. From the decor to the service to even the presentation of the food when they brought it out, everything said you are experiencing something very, very special. I doubt I will ever get this chance again, and I am so grateful to Jeff's friend Beth, who extended the invitation to us. We spent 4 hours at Club 33, not only enjoying the meal at a very leisurely pace, but also just taking in all of the ambiance that this restaurant has to offer. Given the opportunity, would I return again? In all honesty, after our visit, my answer would have been no. But now, as I look back on the experience and talk about it, I think the answer would be yes. Yes, I definitely would return again to Club 33. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you found this video interesting, informative, maybe a little bit fun. More importantly, I do hope that you have a quality day.